The day Mia's grandmother died, everything changed, except her dreams. Mia was only 14, living in a small town in Vietnam, where English was taught from dusty textbooks and rarely spoken outside the classroom. But she was determined to master it. Not for school, not for work. For Grandma, because Grandma believed in her, even when no one else did. Mia sat on the bamboo floor of her bedroom, clutching a faded blue envelope. It had arrived that morning, months after the funeral. The return address was unfamiliar, a tiny town in England. She opened it with trembling fingers. Inside was a letter, written entirely in English. Greater than, my dearest Mia. If you are reading this, then I am watching from somewhere far, far away, and smiling. I always believed in your English. And I believe in your dreams. There is something I want you to know. Mia blinked. She could understand a few words. Reading, smiling, believed, the rest was a mystery. Her heart ached. That night, she made a promise under the lantern light. I will learn every word in this letter. The first days were frustrating. Mia's town had slow internet. Her school didn't have English clubs. Her parents didn't speak a word of the language. But Grandma had once told her, the greatest strength is not talent, but patience. So, Mia got creative. She wrote each word from the letter into a notebook and searched for translations in a borrowed dictionary. She whispered them to herself while sweeping the house, tending the chickens, and walking to school. Every day, a few more words made sense. The letter slowly came alive. By the third month, Mia could read the first 2 paragraphs clearly. Greater than, do you remember the old English songs I used to hum? I learned those when I was your age, living in London during the war. That's why I always wanted you to learn English, not just for your future, but for your soul. It connects us to the world. Tears welled up in Mia's eyes. She remembered the lullabies her grandmother sang when the power went out, her soft voice soothing the dark. She had never known they were English songs. That night, she listened to one of those songs on YouTube, You Are My Sunshine. She played it over and over, singing softly, letting the words sink into her skin. School became easier. Suddenly, English class wasn't just a subject, it was a way to hear Grandma's voice again. When her teacher, Mrs. Lan, noticed her progress, she invited Mia to join a regional English competition. Mia was terrified. What if I make mistakes? She asked. Mrs. Lan smiled. That's how we learn, Mia. Not by being perfect, but by being brave. For the competition, Mia had to write and present a personal story in English. She chose to tell the story of the letter. Her voice trembled as she stood before the panel, her accent heavy but her eyes bright. Greater than, my grandmother believed in me, even when I could not speak English. Now I speak because of her. There was a long silence after she finished. Then came the applause. Mia didn't win first place. But she won something greater, confidence. 1 year later, on the anniversary of her grandmother's passing, Mia sat at the same bamboo floor. This time, with the entire letter fully translated and memorized. Greater than, I may not be there with you, Mia, but I am always in your words. Speak bravely, learn endlessly, and know that love travels beyond language. Mia smiled through tears. Her English was still imperfect. But her heart had never been clearer. She picked up a pen and wrote a new letter. This one, in English. Greater than, Dear Grandma. I finally understand. Thank you for believing in me. I will keep learning, not just English, but everything you taught me about love, patience, and courage. Moral of the story. Learning a language is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about connection between people, cultures, and generations. Even when the journey feels hard, keep going. The words you learn today may one day carry the voice of someone you love. And remember, like Mia, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be brave.